Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Public Nuisance Podcast. I'm here with the losers. Yeah, they're going to rock the house tonight.
What's up, dude?
So I got Ethan, Steve, Andy, and John. They're going to be killing it here tonight, man. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
Andy.
Andy,
I'm Andy.
I'm Steve. I play bass.
And I'm John. I play the percussion drum set.
Cool. So, hey, the people that don't know you, because tonight this is going to go on Facebook. It'll be live, so people can watch it out, and see you guys play live. So, give a little history about yourself. Where do you guys come from? How did you get together? Like, what's your deal?
I'll get this one. So I met Ethan for the first time when I was fuck you. When I was 15. I was shoulder tapping in front of 924 Gilman Street near the Pick and Pack Liquors, trying to get some beers. Ethan walked by when he was not sober, and I was like, "Hey man, can you give me some beers, dude?" He was like, "Oh, what? Did you forget your ID?" And I was like, "No, dude, I'm 15." And he was like, we started laughing about it and shit like that. Then he was like, "Anyway, can you buy me some beer?" And he was like, "Yeah, no," and then walked away from me.
I said no.
He said no, and then some years went by. I was 19. 18 when we first met, and then I'm still in diapers right now. He came over to my house with my roommate at the time and was like, "Are you in a band, kid?" And I was like, "No." He's like, "All right, well, we're starting a band called the Losers, and you're gonna play bass." And
And that's how it started.
Oh, you already have mic shit. Yeah, and it just kind of went from there.
So yeah, we started about halfway through the coronavirus 19, and then that was while there was nothing going on. We wrote an EP with our friend Evan, who at the time was playing drums, and we recorded it and put it out and played our first show in 2020 on my birthday, which was June 27th.
Oh right, yeah.
And that was
Across from Eli's.
across the street from Eli's in an
Which I
empty
work at.
lot with
Now.
some friends' bands, and we fed a bunch of homeless people.
It was like a little like benefit.
And then food, burgers,
dude,
lots of burgers. Yeah,
Well, did they like it? Yeah, it was free food, dude. Of course they fucking liked
who
it.
doesn't like a burger?
We gave them free beer too.
We did. We're the people's band.
Yeah, man.
And everyone
Yeah,
needs to
dude.
know that.
We're commies, man.
And then time went on. We played more shows. Our drummer at the time decided he'd rather be in a psychedelic rock group, so he left.
Sure did.
And then we needed. Well, I used to do guitar and vocals, and that sucked. So then I started doing just vocals.
And we
And
got Zay.
and then we had another drummer named Zay. He played for a tour and a split. And then time went on. And then these guys, Andrew, how did you join the band?
Remember we played that show at 16th Street Bar,
Let him
and
say.
I closed.
The pizza shop I was working at, Arnell's, just to see this band play, and I was hoping they would suck. Where did we play? 16th and Mission Bar. I put a sign up on the window. I was like, "Fuck off! I'm going to a punk show," and just closed the store. And I told Ethan after, I was like, "You guys are actually good," and I never really say that about bands. I'm kind of a hater.
You can watch a video of that show on YouTube. Just type in The Losers at 16th and Mission Bar on YouTube. You'll see the show. So Andy watched us play, and then a week later, we actually, Evan quit the band, and we needed a guitar player, and we needed a drummer. So within the same week, we had Andrew join, and we didn't have a drummer yet. And then George gave a yes, and then we had a drummer, and that was stressful because in about 2 weeks after that, we had to open up for Saccharine Trust, which was probably the biggest show we played yet.
Sardine.
And we had only practiced as a group like that,
So a few
less
times.
than a month, yeah.
So are you guys ready to play tonight or what?
I don't
Did you
think
practice?
so.
No. Just gonna fucking throw it together.
I mean, I already told you guys I quit. You want to add anything, George?
Yeah, to sort of to piggyback off of what Andy said, the first time I saw the Losers was in San Pedro. That we sort of both happened to be down in. Everyone here lives in the Bay, but we both kind of happened to be down in San Pedro at the time. And I know a bunch of people in punk bands, and basically they all suck. And so, you know, I wasn't expecting much from the Losers. Just it's another punk band from the Bay. That's cool. And I saw them, and I was also like, whoa, this band's actually good. And that really surprised me. And so when Zay quit, like, the next day, like, that was that was Zay's last show.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll play fucking whatever. And it really, I don't know, it worked out because I'm the Polish Hammer, and you guys needed, you know, you guys needed some muscle,
And the
yeah.
looks, dude.
You guys needed some brains, some brawn,
And the looks.
some good looks, some
Yeah.
sex appeal, and
we have
some
the whole
charisma,
package,
you
dude,
know, yeah.
exactly. And someone to drive us down here.
Yeah. Someone with a car.
Someone with a car, too, yeah.
I have no brains, but only riffs.
Yeah, Mike Andrew.
So
No brains.
that
only
was
riffs.
that was the story up until about 6 months ago, and or maybe longer. I don't know. Maybe it's been like a year of us playing like this. How long has it been?
It's been like a year, yeah.
Okay.
And
So
now we're
yeah,
here.
this is the lineup. This is the final lineup. This will be the lineup until the death of the band, if that ever happens.
Well, so people hear your music tonight. They dig it. Where can they find it? Where you guys already got it on Spotify?
It's on all the streaming platforms. Water Under the Bridge Records put out our LP, which is out in blue and black vinyl and tape and whatever. It's all digital as well. And you can listen to that on all the streaming stuff. Not everything that we've released has made it onto streaming platforms. I'm still trying to get all of that up, but most of it is. So.
Cool. Well, look, I like asking bands this question, because you kind of you get different answers from everybody. But real quick, man, to ask each one of you, so what was that one thing that inspired you to pick up that instrument and play? You know what I mean? What got you into music? What made you want to be part of a band? You know what I mean? What was that moment in life? You know what I mean? Like who inspired you and what brought you to sing? Yeah.
For me, it was Mike Watt from the Minutemen, and just generally growing up in San Pedro. I grew up at the 4th and Gaffey punk house, where I lived with my dad and his friend Danny Lou and his son Jacob. And my first band was with Jacob and his dad on guitar. So it was me, my best friend, and my best friend's dad. And we were called Desensitized Youth, and then we changed our name to Absorbing Junior. But,
Fuck off, really?
yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah.
I had that in my house growing up.
And
That's
that house
insane.
had shows, and I grew up in that house. I was like, a little kid, and, fucking Jack Brewer would be playing in our backyard, or some band from Sacramento called the Bananas would be playing in our living room or whatever. And I'd be, a little kid there, and I was like, this is awesome. This is fun.
Yeah, I remember as a kid, man, if I got a scrape, I got a bug by anything, my dad put Absorbing Junior on that shit.
Yeah.
Well, man, put it on everything, man.
Exactly.
The people know that shit. So.
I thought it was a great band. I thought it was
What about you, bro?
too
What's your
smart
inspiration?
for how old we were.
I would say David Bowie for sure. Like I was I'm really into like the glam rock shit, and like for punk, I love like all the early like SF punk bands like the Fuck Up, Sick Pleasure, Code of Honor. Like anything that was like just like got me like pumped to skate, I was like down with. Like like Bad Brains, like PMA Forever. Just revved up punk.
I don't think I had a moment like that. I don't know. I mean, definitely the first sort of band that I looked up to or thought that was really cool was the Velvet Underground when I was in middle school. And that was like right when I started playing guitar. But I don't really remember there being this sort of like me feeling like, oh, I want to be like Lou Reed or something. Although I'm sure there must have been something like that.
Like, what brought you to it, like, to playing the instruments? You know what I mean? Like, what made
Right,
you,
right.
like,
No,
just
it's a
thing?
good question, and when you ask that, it sort of gets me thinking. Like, what was there a moment like? Because it feels like sort of there had to be something like that because I asked for a guitar, and so there must have been something that made me want to be a musician or something. Because maybe I did some piano when I was like a little kid, but that wasn't like cool, you know. Like a guitar is like a cool instrument, so there must have been something. But maybe it was Lou Reed. Maybe it was Jimi Hendrix. Like I feel like I really liked Hendrix when I was a kid.
Remembered a more specific answer. It was School of Rock. I saw I saw School of Rock in the movie theaters when I was in like 5th grade, and the next day it was like it came out in the holidays, and I asked my dad for a bass that year for Christmas. That's the real answer. It was School of Rock.
Thank you, Jack Black.
What about
Yeah.
you, bro?
I mean, I come from like a music family and stuff like that. My dad was in like hella bands when he was like my age, you know, and like NSF in Oakland in like the mid 70s, like late 70s. He hated punks. I remember I asked him one time, I was like, "Oh, Dad, like, you know, you were around for all that shit. Like, what do you think of punk rockers?" And he was like, "I fucking hated them. They'll come to all my shows and fuck everything up, fucking trash everything. Fuck those guys, you know." And he was a bass player like me.
Yeah, but what kind of music?
Oh, like, you know, like rock and roll, power poppy kind of shit, you know, like punk adjacent kind of shit, you know what I mean? And then I remember like the music family, obviously, and I wanted to play an instrument, and my dad's a bass player, but he tried to teach me how to play guitar, but he's a dick about it, and it was too hard. I tried learning guitar and I couldn't figure it out. I was like, man, this fucking sucks. I got frustrated, and I was like, oh wait, this is bass, only 4 strings, hell yeah. And then I picked it up and I was like, oh, this is way sicker, you know. And then yeah,
Who's your favorite bass player?
Cliff Burton, baby, come on, man.
Yeah, Les Claypool, mine.
Cliff Burton or Geezer, dude, fucking Sabbath, man. You know.
Dude, not Sid Vicious, dude.
Oh, geez. You know, my mom was at that Winterland show actually, their last show in SF.
Oh, killer, dude.
All right, fellas. But hey, so look,
I don't know why I said that. I was like, I just popped in my head. I was like, oh wait, yeah.
yeah, we'll wrap this thing up, dude. So you guys can be on tonight. You know, be live on stream on Facebook, so people can check out your shows. You know
Hell
what I
yeah.
mean? And hey,
Thanks for giving us the opportunities.
yeah, absolutely. These guys are the losers, man. Come check them out. I'm looking forward to seeing these guys play tonight, and you know, find their music and enjoy it, man. Say thank you guys for coming in, man. I appreciate you guys.
You win, we lose.
Hey, we're gonna turn up the suck hard tonight.